ओके जी, आज हम बिल्ट इन फंक्शंस रिवाइज करेंगे। बिल्ट इन फंक्शंस, as you know, are kind of नहीं, actually pre-coded sub-programs, procedures, modules, set of instructions which perform a specific task. Because the programmers over the period of time has found out that when other programmers want to write a solution, they perform some specific tasks. So instead of these programs coded by every programmer again and again, so programming languages has already created some short programs which are already coded and compiled. These programs are well tested and can be reused by many programmers in their many solutions. So these built-in functions does a lot for programmers. Like these programs need not to be coded. The programmers will avoid errors by doing this. The programmers will not be will not be making any mistakes, typing mistakes, logical mistakes. These programs are well tested, already compiled. So when a project is completed, so these are linked with the program, with the solution. So it does help a lot. There is a long list of these built-in programs, and in exam you are given along the paper. Let me show you one set of built-in functions that are given as a pseudocode in paper. These are some of the common ones. Like this is a mid function. A mid function. This is also known as one of the string manipulation function. Mid, length, left, right, lowercase. These are all string manipulation functions. There are many, but in this paper only these are given. And a pseudocode description is given over here about these built-in functions. This mid function has two parameters. One is string, actually three parameters. The first one is a string type data type parameter. The other one is an integer, and the third one is also an integer. So this built-in function is explaining over here that when a string is being passed, like over here, a string is being passed in the starting position. From this starting position, these many characters are extracted. So you can see that out of this string, three characters are extracted starting from second character, B, C, and D. You see this output is given. So this mid function does this. And in our codes, we'll see this a lot many times that mid function is used. Likewise, there's a length function which returns an integer value out of the parameter, which could be a variable or variable of string type, or straight away a string is being passed. So here you can see that out of how many happy days, how many characters happy days contains? 10. So it returns 10. So then the left function returns us out of the string characters mentioned over here. So out of ABC, D, E, F, G, H, 3 characters from left are extracted, like ABC, that is returned over here. And the right function contains 2 parameters, string and integer. So out of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 3 characters from right are selected, which is F, G, H, and that has been returned. L case makes the character passed into a lowercase. Now here, keep this in mind that examiner has mentioned this L case as a single character parameter being passed over here and a single character is returned. So if capital W is being given over here as a parameter, so small w is returned. But in this paper, we'll keep this lower case for a single character. Keep this in mind. ऊपर अगर कहीं पेपर में क्वेश्चन आ रहा है तो लोअर केस VB में VB.net में we can use the lower function to convert the whole string like LAHORE Lahore to completely convert it as a uppercase or lowercase to uppercase, whatever. Lowercase में convert करेगा ऐसे. लाहौर कैपिटल दिया हुआ है तो पूरे के पूरे स्ट्रिंग को कर रहा है. So exam में you must be very careful that in the pseudocode list, if a function is being explained, how it is being explained, what instructions are being given for that. VB.net में it is sometimes different. So इसका बहुत ध्यान रखना होता है आपने. अक्सर स्टूडेंट्स इस बात का ध्यान नहीं रखते और वो सिंपली क्या करते हैं कि बिल्ट इन फंक्शन को देखते हैं और समझते हैं कि ऐसा ही होगा और वो करना शुरू करते हैं. सो यू मस्ट गो थ्रू द दिस अपेंडिक्स इन द एग्जाम. वैसे ये अपेंडिक्स प्री मटेरियल के साथ भी आ जाता है, तो हम पहले भी डिस्कस कर लेंगे इंशाल्लाह आपके सेशन से. And then there are two more functions are being explained over here. One is mod, which gives us the remainder. So the two parameters, either a value or two variables are being passed. So 10 mod 3 gives us 1 as a remainder. So it means that 10 divided by 3 will give us 1 as the remainder. And 10 divided by 3 over here gives us 3 as return. So it means that 3 goes 3 times into 10. So this is an integral division, and that is mod. We have also discussed this in mathematical operators. And then we have these 3 operators. One is ampersand sign, concatenation sign. It concatenates one or two strings or many strings as it is shown over here. And then AND operators is for logical operation. Two logical terms are being calculated and it returns us either true or false. And in the OR, either one is true of the two or many, it will return us true. And if all the comparisons somehow gives us the false, it will return false. And that's it. Now let's come on to let's see some of the coding today, or if I could find in this paper any question regarding built-in functions. शायद हम वहां से कुछ कर सके उसको. you can see over here an example. Here it is saying next character is assigned. Next, I'm discussing this statement. Convert to lowercase. So it means that the next character that has been fetched over here is then converted and assigned back. So इस statement में जो in string होगा उसका next character वो यहाँ से fetch कर रहा होगा. For example यहाँ पर मैं यहाँ पे लिखा देता हूँ med in string mid in string यहाँ पर आ जाएगा n और यहाँ पर 1. सो जो भी इन स्ट्रिंग पास हो रहा है उसका एक करेक्टर यहाँ पर वो नेक्स्ट ट्रैक्टर में आ जाएगा और फिर उस नेक्स्ट ट्रैक्टर को हम एल केस में अगर लगा दें एल केस लोअर केस तो यहाँ पर हम दोबारा से नेक्स्ट करेक्टर. So you see that's a this is how mid functions are being used. तो मैं अभी आपको मैं इस तरह का कोई कोड करके 2-3 एग्जांपल्स फंक्शंस की दिखाता हूँ जिसमें लेंथ फंक्शन और मे बी ये मिड और लेफ्ट और राइट को करके हम चेक कर सकें. Let's write a program in which a string is being passed in small case and that has to be converted into uppercase and then being displayed. Simple सा हमें काम करते हैं, ठीक है? So and I will try to use as many possible built-in functions as I could. So let's write a function. We actually haven't done मॉड्यूलर प्रोग्रामिंग. सो मैं ऐसा करता हूँ मैं यहीं पर यूजर्स ऊपर ही सिंपल बना देता हूँ ताकि मॉड्यूलर प्रोग्रामिंग हम बाद में देख लेंगे. डिम user string as string in console dot write line enter your string in lower case. User string is equals to console dot read line, and then we'll convert this into an uppercase. So let's create another variable dim upper string as string, dim next character as character. And keep this in mind, there can be many alternative solutions to do one thing. So everybody can come up with a different solution for this program. Although हमें इतना कोड करने की जरूरत भी नहीं है, हम डायरेक्टली एक लाइन से ही पूरा अपर केस में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. I'll show you that at the end. So what I want to do is to involve as many built-in functions as possible. So I'm going to run the loop for the length of this string. For that, first I create a variable string length as integer, and here I say string length is equals to user string length of user string. So this is first built-in function that I've used. So this function is going to count how many characters I've entered. बेटा ये एक मिनट होल्ड कीजिएगा, मैं अभी आ रहा हूँ. Okay, so this length function here is going to find out how many characters user has entered in this variable, and then I'll run the loop to find out that each character and to convert it into uppercase as it would have been given to lowercase. So I'll run a loop for I can place many different types of loop. I can use precondition, post condition. At the moment, I'm using count control loop, the most easiest one. For index is equals to 0. As you know that the string that would have been passed over here, the number of whatever string would have been passed over here in this variable, the first character will be at the position 0. The length is giving the number of characters, not the length is giving the number of characters and not the addresses. So because the first character would be starting from 0 position, to string length minus 1. For index 0 to string length minus 1. Now we'll check one by one each character or convert, because we know that at the top we has mentioned as a prompt to user to enter all string characters as a lowercase. So we need not to put any condition to check that character is in uppercase or lowercase. We can do that also, but I'm not doing at the moment. At the moment I'm picking individual character. Next character is equals to, we can place a mid function over here. We can place the array function also. Like I can use the mid function and I'll say user string comma index plus 1. If I'm saying over 0 over here, because I'm saying 0 here, run the loop for the length. अगर मैं इसको यहाँ पर 1 करता तो फिर इसको मैं यहाँ से इस तरह से लूप चलाता, मीन्स कि अगर यहाँ से मेरे पास यूज़र ने 10 करेक्टर्स पास किए हैं तो 1 से ऐसे चलाऊंगा. अगर मैं यहाँ मिड फंक्शन कर रहा हूँ तो मुझे ये 1 से लेंथ ऑफ स्ट्रिंग ही करना चाहिए. और अगर मैं मिड फंक्शन ना यूज़ करता, अगर मैं एरे वाला मेथड यूज़ करता तो फिर मैं यहाँ पर 0 से स्टार्ट करता. तो let's use it at the moment as I'm using mid function. So mid uses position and 1 as first, second, third, fourth. So इसलिए मैं यहाँ 1 कर रहा हूँ. तो मैं इसको यहाँ से वापस ऐसे कर लूँगा और 1. So this code is going to do what, that it is going to pick one by one each character and store it over here. And next I will do what, जो हमारी output string है, जो upper string का function variable था, upper string is equals to upper string concatenate with the next character. So जो भी character ऊपर आया है उसको वो उसको concatenate करेगा, और डॉट यहाँ पर हमारे पास अपर का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा. अपर केस यू केस. ओके, यू केस, और यहाँ पर हम बीच में नेक्स्ट करेक्टर इंसर्ट कर देते हैं. So this loop is going to run for the length of string length. जितने भी कैरेक्टर्स इसने यहाँ पर एंटर किए होंगे यूजर ने, उतना ये लूप चलेगा. एक एक करेक्टर को बारी बारी यहाँ से उठाता जाएगा ये कोड, और इसको अपर स्ट्रिंग में कॉन्कैटिनेट करता जाएगा अपर करने के बाद, और आखिर में जाके हम इसको आउटपुट करा देते हैं कंसोल डॉट राइट लाइन upper string, and let's put console dot read key. So let's run this code, or if you want to assign upper string a null value, that would be also a good way to code. So I'm running this code. Let me share the console. जी अब देखिए यहाँ लिखा है enter your string in lowercase. So I enter we I enter only like LAHORE. I'm not going to give a sentence over here because in sentence there might become might be some spaces that can't be converted into lowercase. So the program will give an error. So I give just one word string over here, Lahore. So it converts all the characters into uppercase. Lahore. This is one way to do it. The first with which I started could be like this. If I start from 0 position to string length -1, so for that I cannot use mid function. Yeah, I can use mid function but for that I have to put +1 over here. So the loop will run from 0 to string length -1, but it will pick the first character 0 plus 1, then 1 plus 1 2, then 3. So likewise this will work as well. There's no difference in the code. Let me show you the same execution again. So if I enter LHORE, it converts into capital letter Lahore, and it is done. The another way is I, instead of using this mid function, I can use this function, user string index. So this is going to give me the same result. Let me execute this. So if I enter, आपको कंसोल नजर आ रही बच्चा लोग?
जी सर।
ओके देखिए मैंने लाहौर एंटर किया है तो इसने लाहौर ही एंटर किया है। अच्छा मैं क्या करता हूँ, अभी मैं कोई सेंटेंस एंटर करता हूँ तो देखते हैं क्या एरर आएगी। I live in Lahore. ओह नहीं, इसने कन्वर्ट कर दिया। ओके उसने जो करेक्टर्स हैं जो बिल्ट इन फंक्शन ने ऑटोमेटिकली द फंक्शन दैट वाज नॉट अ करेक्टर उसने उसको छोड़ दिया, उसको अपर केस में नहीं किया। सूडो ये वीबी की वजह से है, लेकिन सूडो कोड में हम ऐसे नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि जो स्पेस है इट इज नॉट करेक्टर, इट कैन नॉट बी कन्वर्टेड टू इनटू अपर केस, तो उसने उसको एज इट इज ही ले लिया हुआ है। सो हमें अगर हम सूडो कोड में लिखते हैं तो यहाँ पर हम एक काम करते हैं कि अगर स्ट्रिंग कर किया, और वो मैं यहाँ पे जस्ट आई एम शोइंग यू ओवर हियर कि if, बल्कि आई वुड रादर डू इट लाइक दिस, if next character, ये सूडो कोड की बात मैं लिख रहा हूँ, if next character is greater than equals to 65 and next character is less than equals to 90, then this, else this. So what it will do that if next character is sorry, if बल्कि हमें ASCII character function नहीं लिखना चाहिए, हम यहाँ पे ऐसे ही लिख देते हैं next character is A less than equals to Z. ये क्या what I'm saying here that if next character is greater than equals to A and less than equals to Z, then convert it into uppercase, else concatenate the next character as it is. So ये VB तो by default automatically खुद ही ये कर रहा है, तो अभी भी मैं ये करूँगा तो वो ऐसे ही करेगा. अच्छा, अगर मैं ASCII वैल्यू के साथ देना चाहता हूँ, जैसे कि मैं वहाँ लिख रहा था, तो जो ASCII वैल्यू है उसके लिए फिर हमें अच्छी बात है, मुझे यहाँ पे फंक्शन यूज कर रहा हूँ मैं, वो भी एक हमारा बिल्ट इन फंक्शन है. इफ ASCII वैल्यू ऑफ द नेक्स्ट कैरेक्टर इज इन द रेंज ऑफ 97 and in the range of 122. ये सारे चीज जितने भी कोड ये अब मैं कर रहा हूँ या पहले कर रहा हूँ, ये सब के सब एक ही काम कर रहे हैं. और वो क्या कर रहे हैं कि लोअर स्ट्रिंग लेकर उनको अपर स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं. सो इफ आई एंटर ओवर हियर, I live in Lahore, so it converts into uppercase. पहले भी ये ऐसे ही कर रहा था. तो सर why we need this कि हमें ये कंडीशन लिखने की जरूरत क्यों है? ये कंडीशन VB में लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन सूडो कोड में तो डेफिनेटली है, बिकॉज वी से दैट the small a can be converted to into capital A. If I enter full stop, can we make a full stop uppercase or a lowercase? Can we make a space uppercase or lowercase? Yeah, in our, if I'm passing an address as a small case, so what will happen in that case? Now if I run this code again and I'm instead of passing some specific alphabetic characters, I'm passing my address, for example 216 dash B, B भी मैं छोटा लिख देता हूँ, B स्पेस की जगह कॉमा, beacon house and comma Lahore and full stop. So let's see what it does. See, all those alphabets which are in small case are converted into uppercase. So the VB is using this function. और मैंने अभी आपको बताया था कि ये दोनों एक ही बात है, चाहे आप ये ऐसे लिख लो, अगर आप ASCII कैरेक्टर यूज नहीं कर रहे, और एग्जाम में हमें ASCII कैरेक्टर यूज नहीं करने चाहिए, ASCII फंक्शन यूज करने की एज सच जरूरत नहीं होती, अनलेस अदरवाइज एग्जामिनर ने हमें किसी तरीके से फोर्स कर लिया हो कि हमें ASCII कैरेक्टर यूज ही करना पड़ रहा है, उसने पार्ट ऑफ कोड लिख दिया हुआ है, तो फिर हमारे लिए प्रॉब्लम होगी. ये कोड भी सेम ही काम करेगा जो इससे पहले वाला कर रहा था. So if I say 216-B, comma Beacon House, Lahore, this. So 216 capital B, Beacon House capital में, Lahore B capital में. So this is same. So ये हैं built-in functions. बहुत different तरीकों से built-in functions आ सकते हैं. अच्छा, the interesting thing is VB does not does not require that much coding, uh, because I can convert that user string in a single instruction like this. I can do this. Ucase user string dot, यहाँ पर to upper का ऑप्शन आएगा शायद, to lower ये आ रहा है, और to upper ये. So it does that. Okay. Now, as I was saying that this single statement can do that whole thing that we were doing through loops and stuff. So if I run this code, and let me show you the console. Okay, if I enter here 216 dash B, comma Beacon House, comma Lahore, full stop. See, it converted all small letters into capital letters. So the question comes here is that why do we need that whole code which I was using to code earlier? ये code हम use कर रहे थे या और भी different तरह से किया. Exam point of view, examiner wants to see that you understands loop, you understand built-in functions, you understand that string can be index can be used, subscript could be used for a string variable to extract one single character out of it. There is you know that a string variable behaves like an array, and the first character of this user string starts from 0 and ends at the last subscript. And we can use if the student understand if conditions and how it can compare that one character is between a small and letter and a capital and the last letter Z, A and A की range में आ रहा है. And do we understand ASCII characters? What does that mean? Is ASCII value is word, and how we a student can understand that how we can concatenate two strings or any two things, and it will become a string once we concatenate something. Either it's a date with a number, or a date with a day, and a date with a month, or a date with the end of the string, or number with another string. It will become string once it is concatenated. And how can we use some other built-in functions? So examiner wants to know that do we understand the concepts which are part of syllabus.